Hello everyone. Today we are going to review this project, DeepBook startup project. So before we start, uh, let's talk about Gate.io startup advantages. Gate.io's startup platform offers several advantages for both projects and investors. For benefits for projects are Gate.io has millions of registered users, providing projects with significant exposure and potential investment. It simplifies the process of raising funds through a well-established launchpad, allowing projects to reach investors more efficiently. Projects get marketing assistance from Gate.io, including promotion through the platform's various channels like social media and newsletters. Also, Gate.io screens projects before launching them on the platform, adding a layer of credibility and trust for investors. The platform has a global presence, allowing projects to gain exposure across multiple regions and demographics. And now, the benefits for investors. Investors get early access to tokens from new projects at a potentially lower price than the public sale. With this winning process, investors have more confidence that the projects are legitimate and viable. Gate.io provides an easy-to-navigate platform, simplifying the investment process. Many startup projects offer bonus tokens or rewards to early investors. Investors can explore a wide variety of projects across different industries and use cases. These advantages make Gate.io startup a favorable option for both early-stage projects and investors looking for potential high returns. Okay, now let's just a second. Now let's watch this startup participation tutorial. Okay.
What is Gate.io Startup? Gate.io Startup is one of the biggest platforms introducing early-stage projects spanning AI, DeFi, GameFi, Metaverse, and more. You can discover potential projects here, participate in Startup and receive free token airdrops. Startup has successfully launched over 1,000 projects, with total participants of 14 million, a subscription amount of more than $100 million, and APY of 16.49%. How many tokens I can claim? Non-VIP users will be randomly selected to win airdrops for each project. The total airdrop amount for non-VIP users will vary depending on the project, and the number of winners and the airdrop amount are not fixed, while for VIP users, they are 100% guaranteed to receive the airdrops. The higher your VIP tier, the more shares you can claim. Are there any requirements to claim Gate.io startup free airdrops? You only need to complete KYC verification and hold no less than $10 to claim free airdrops on Gate.io startup. How to claim free airdrops on Gate.io startup. First, log into your Gate.io account, click on Profile on the homepage and complete the KYC verification. Check your wallet and hold no less than $10 spot assets. Click on Startup on the homepage to access the startup page. Click on the projects in progress and click $0 free to claim. Navigate to the project page. You can check the project introduction here. Click $0 free to claim. Tick I have read and agreed subscription agreement and click Claim Now to complete the subscription. Please note that there will be no fee deducted to claim free airdrops on Gate.io startup. You only need to hold no less than $10 to join. In addition, Startup also provides exclusive airdrop subscription opportunities for users holding GT tokens, allowing them to participate in early-stage project investments and receive project token airdrops. Participation requires only holding 10 GT token. You can go to the startup page and enter the projects labeled GT Holders Exclusive. Then you can click Hold GT and claim free, tick I have read and agreed subscription agreement, and click Claim Now to complete the subscription. You can check the airdrop results in the subscription history or on the project subscription page. By participating in startup subscriptions, you will have more access to some potential projects and stand a chance to reap substantial rewards in their early stages. What is Gate?
Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching. Okay, now we can finally talk about our startup project. So before we start, let's read risk warning just in case. The startup project is still in its initial stage. Factors including the operation and underlying technology of the project and other related regulatory activities might contribute to significant risks. And advanced technical and financial knowledge is required to understand and evaluate the inherent risks of crypto asset investment. And the volatility of market is high, and the price of token might fluctuate drastically due to technical, regulatory, and marketing factors, etc. Users might not be able to withdraw all the purchased tokens due to technical issues of the projects or Gate.io. Okay, let's now read project information about DeepBook. DeepBook is a next-generation decentralized central limit order book built on Sui. And DeepBook leverages Sui's parallelisation, subsequent latency, and low transaction fees to bring a highly performant, laser-fast on-chain exchange. DeepBook's order book architecture delivers deep and tight liquidity, enabling frontier price fusion for on-chain trading. For liquidity providers in particular, DeepBook delivers stronger control over price orders and traditional automatic market maker models. And the founder, Evan Cheng. Evan Cheng is the co-founder and CEO of Miston Labs and the developer behind the groundbreaking Sui Layer 1 protocol. In addition to being the winner of the prestigious 2012 ACM Software System Award, Evan has an extensive background in the platform development, with more than 24 years building developer-facing technology and leading engineering teams at companies such as Apple and Facebook. Highlights and vision: DeepBook is Web3 premier, fully decentralized central limit order book. All order routing, matching, and settling occur on-chain, delivering a trading venue that maximally leverages the benefits of Sui's programmability, interoperability, and composability. To date, DeepBook has witnessed over $5 billion of on-chain volume through more than 730,000 unique accounts and delivering over 90,000 SUI in gas fees. DeepBook's upgrade is its V3 version will deliver a trading venue that inherits the raw speed and power of MyCTC, delivering a turbocharged wholesale liquidity engine for on-chain financial services. Token economics: the token is used for flow utility, liquidity, augmentation, and governance. First, tokens are used to pay trading fees and pool creation fees. Second, some of these collected tokens are rebated to market makers who provide liquidity during liquidity scarce times. Oh, scarce times to encourage provision. Third, tokens that are staked can be used for governance purposes on pool parameters. Technical overview: DeepBook leverages Sui's 500 ms transaction speed and pool parallelization to be the most performant on-chain order book. The average transaction fee costs 0.00 SUI or $0.002. Other features include use, order types and matching options, pool-based staking and governance, and flash loans. Additionally, a swap-like interface allows other DeFi protocols to integrate with DeepBook the same way they integrate with AMMS, something that no other CLOB currently offers. Okay, okay. We read those things and let's just check their website. Okay. The backbone of Sui DeFi liquidity, setting the bar for liquidity and trading DeFi and making sure it's pretty that high. Okay. Deep liquidity. DeepBook's liquidity isn't just deep, it's an ocean. Get smooth trades with minimal slippage. Highly composable, the backbone of Swiss DeFi: build, scale, and let DeepBook handle the heavy lifting. High throughput, low latency, ultra-low predictable cost with lightning-fast 390 ms settlement times. Blink and it's done. Dynamic lob fees. DeepBook is engineered for high frequency and large volume trade with minimal slippage and maximal precision. Secure and fully on-chain. Total transparency, give order flow, book depth, and the whole matching process. Trade without limits. Isn't team with a team as experienced as ours, tomorrow's most advanced on-chain book order book is already here. Powerful ecosystem, the best protocols are here, making DeepBook. Okay, okay. Full ecosystem trading with by DeepBook. Text. Oh, it's blurry. As you can see, we can see it because it's coming soon. Check their vision. The future of DeFi is fast, cheap, and efficient. Our vision for DeepBook and Sui DeFi. DeepBook was built from the ground up to power the Sui ecosystem with unparalleled liquidity. For its inception, it has provided developers with reliable, composable on-chain applications and enabled market makers and liquidity pools to operate seamlessly within the blockchain world. As the community-driven public, DeepBook has integrated with top DAXs and aggregators since its mainnet launch, enhancing the apps with efficient censorship-free liquidity. The synergy of order book efficiency and blockchain transparency positions DeepBook as the premier liquidity venue in Web3. Looking ahead, DeepBook's vision is to remain the foundation of Swiss ecosystem, enabling innovation, competition, and user-centered applications with its robust liquidity layer and Swiss advanced architecture. DeepBook is set to lead the next generation of Web3 finance, fostering a future where decentralized finance thrives. DeepBook experience setting a new pace for DeFi, leveraging Swiss superior latency enabled by MyCTC. Um, DeepBook delivers DeFi's most performant order book, enabling fast and frequent trading strategies, fostering a deeper, richer trading ecosystem. Thief token align incentives is a decentralized platform acting as the glue between makers, takers, and token holders. It ensures DeepBook's liquidity provision, trading, and governance structure can flourish. Oh, hello, Cryptospecto. Just a second. Key features, composable liquidity layer. DeepBook brings the more project review. Thank you so much, Cryptospector. DeepBook brings the compatibility and trustlessness of DAX with the capital efficiency of CAX, low latency and cognition resistant. Elevate your trading experience with unparalleled speed and efficiency, maximum capital efficiency. DeepBook's superior mid-price liquidity accommodates larger trades without significantly shifting the market price. Flash loans access unsecured loans and execute complex trading strategies. Ultra-low fees. Deep is an asset used to pay trading fees, significantly reducing costs for users. Easy-to-use liquidity layer, focus on the consumer and build 10x services by complementing your the app's functionality with DeepBook. Get started. Just like introducing Deep designed to power the next generation of DeFi. Payment Deep token is used for payment of trading fees and pool creation fees in DeepBook. By using a native currency, DeepBook offers a cohesive and unified trading experience. Liquidity Deep token enhances trading liquidity within DeepBook pools by offering rebates to market makers during low liquidity periods and volume discounts to liquidity takers. These mechanisms ensure minimal slippage and a robust trading environment, making Deep ideal for professional traders and institutional investors. Governance: the Deep token enables pool-level governance by adjusting staking requirements and fees. Its classic concave voting system ensures small voters have a significant voice while preventing governance capture by large holders. DeepBook's upcoming token generation event (TGA) and initial Deep distribution is a key step towards furthering DeepBook's position as a Web3 preeminent venue for wholesale liquidity. DeepBook's strategy ensures incentives are aligned so the Sui ecosystem can continue to innovate, build, compete, and tailor to the end user. Token symbol Deep max supply over 10 trillion. Initial circulating supply. Okay. The Deep tokens are split into three buckets: 10% initial community airdrop, fully unlocked and distributed at TGA. The portion of the allocation rewards to early adopters and active users who have been instrumental to DeepBook's success. This initial community airdrop. 28.43% core contributors and early backers. Investors and team 3 years unlock 1 year cliff, followed by a 24-month linear unlock. Instant Labs 1% unlocked TGA, followed by a 48-month unlock. This allocation represents core contributors who have supported the engineering infrastructure, security growth, and operations of the DeepBook protocol. Core contributors and early backers 28.43%. And 61.57% ecosystem growth, 40% unlocked at TGA, followed by 7-year unlock. This portion of the allocation supports long-term growth of the ecosystem and supports developer grants, community programs, and community initiatives. Community initiatives. Deep will be distributed over the next 7 years. Now finally, let's check their X account. Now it's time to check white paper. White paper, DeepBook token. Introduction. The DeepBook token is designed to make the DeepBook liquidity platform on the sea the preeminent venue for wholesale liquidity between and amongst professional traders and DeFi protocols. DeepBook is a special example of a decentralized, permissionless, and on-chain central limit order book, made possible by Sui's fast execution, paths, and low gas fees. Central limit order books are highly efficient for active liquidity providers, and so DeepBook as a protocol is intrinsically well suited to allocate the liquidity amongst professional participants. The goal of the DeepBook token thus is to enable and further that goal. This positions the DeepBook system as a public good, key financial infrastructure that is inexpensive for users, benefits ecosystem-wide liquidity, and supports the rich consumer-facing DeFi platform. Equilibrium dynamics. The DeepBook token model relies on 4 core flows. Volume-based taker fees. Fees to take liquidity in DeepBook's pool starts at moderate levels and decline to low levels with respect to a trader's volume taken in that pool over an epoch. This means that participants who actively participate in swapping liquidity pay low fees on the margin. Maker incentives. Liquidity providers on DeepBook receive incentives, which also start at elevated levels in a pool and then decrease with respect to the amount of total liquidity provided by other makers over the epoch. Uh, yes. In other words, makers are financially encouraged to provide incremental liquidity when liquidity provision is low. Those incentives then phase out as the total liquidity provision turns healthy. This mechanism allows a DeepBook pool to maintain good liquidity in all periods by programmatically turning incentives on and off as needed. Just a second. Stake-based based participation. In order to participate in these two programs, traders have to stake a minimum number of DEEP token on the pool in advance and for the duration of the epoch. These stakers earn no explicit rewards. Any trader that does not stake this minimum number is not eligible for either program. They will pay the full fee to take liquidity, and they will not receive maker incentives from the pool. This staking is critical for ensuring alignment between the pool's core participant and DeepBook, both in terms of direct governance and indirect stewardship. Stake-based governance separately, stakers is a given pool will govern that pool. Specifically, parameters around fees and staking requirements for a given pool will be set by stakers in that pool, with governance rights that increase with stake weight. There are no minimum stake requirements to participate in governance. Vulnerabilities and defenses. At first glance, this token model has two vulnerabilities. Wash trading. Since incentives are paid to active liquidity makers, traders may place inorganic volume in attempt to earn more of these incentives. Governance capture. Through governance channels, large stakers in the pool may try to extract surplus from small stakers and non-stakers in setting parameters to the determinant of the pool's long-term success. The original token model is augmented with four additional components to mitigate with these vulnerabilities. Against wash trading, there are two defenses. To protect DeepBook against wash trading holistically, tokens collected in an epoch by a given pool can never be less than tokens distributed, with the residual tokens being burned as a form of credible commitment. Um, Against governance capture, there are also two defenses. Pool governance can only adjust two fee-related parameters, hello, and those adjustments are subject to restrictions. This prevents a cabal of traders from exercising monopolistic pricing on other participants in the pool. Governance rights, while increasing a stake, are increasing at sublinear rates past some threshold. This will allow for greater representations to small entities to counterbalance large institutional traders. This mechanism is uniquely resistant to the traditional vulnerability of Sybil wallet creation because of minimum staking requirements needed to earn discounted fees and incentives. Token allocation to achieve the equilibrium model, the DEEP token needs to be distributed across the ecosystem and to participants who are aligned with the success of the protocol and SUI more generally. As such, the token will be distributed across four buckets, exactly 10% of the community in an initial airdrop, approximately 28% for core contributors and early backers, and approximately 62% for future grants, community programs, and community initiation. This allocation thus gives over two-thirds of the token supply to the broader community. Okay, fees. The fee schedule for takers and makers can be described most easily through specifying the marginal fees paid by each, i.e., the fee divided on the per unit basis for a given trade. First, consider a liquidity taker. There are two parameters that govern this wallet's fees: whether they have staked a sufficient balance, a sufficient number of DeepBook tokens prior to the epoch for the particular pool, whether their direct stake has exceeds the pool level threshold, and the baseline taker fee. These parameters jointly describe a linear schedule for the marginal fee against total volume in a epoch, where the marginal fee for a trade is T for non-stakers. Okay. Marginal taker fee. Maker incentives. The calculation of maker incentives is more complex, as it balances four principles. First, the incentives should be structured in a way that protects the solvency of the protocol. Second, the incentive should be designed to be countercyclical, IA. In other words, largest when total liquidity is lowest. Third, the incentives should not encourage wash trading or other forms of inorganic activity by DeepBook. DeepBook makers. Fourth and finally, the schedule of incentives should never accidentally incentivize liquidity provision by makers. The solution for the DeepBook protocol respects all four principles. At a high level, it issues incentives to a given maker that depend on other makers. Aggregate liquidity provided. This allows for two core features. First, the mechanism provides counter-cycle incentives. When other makers provide little liquidity, a given maker earns high incentives on a per unit basis. And when other makers provide high liquidity, that maker earns low incentives. Second, the mechanism does not dissuade that particular maker from providing liquidity because its decisions do not impair its own incentives. In addition, the mechanism is parameterized to keep pools solvent and dissuade with wash trading. This computation of incentives, which happens after an epoch ends and is only given to makers who have staked to the required number of DEEP tokens in advance, is calculated in equation for a given maker. Okay, let's press here. Governance within the context of DeepBook pool has the following flow. During an epoch, stakers can issue a proposal to change the three customizable parameters for the subsequent epoch. Regarding taker fees, T, maker fees M, and minimum staking requirements S. Once a proposal or set of proposals is live, stakers can vote for a single proposal in the same epoch, with their votes computed as a function of their stake. At the end of the epoch, a proposal that earns over 50% of the voters cast will be implemented for subsequent epoch, subject to total voting reaching quorum. If no proposal earns 50% of votes cast, the status quo earns 50%, or quorum is not reached, no proposal is implemented, and the parameters remain at their current values. There are no minimum staking requirements to vote or issue proposals. Note that broader governance change to the constraints, change to other parameters, or changes to other aspects of the system altogether is outside that scope of this mechanism. This would fall number the broader governing framework behind DeepBook, which is maintained through the SUI improvement proposals process. The next sections provide more detail into the two critical components in the system: governance proposals and the functions mapping stake to votes. Governance proposals can change parameters subject to certain constraints. These constraints are important for ensuring that taker and maker fees are set at competitive levels with respect to competitor decentralized and centralized and decentralized exchanges, and are not set at unduly low or high levels that would reflect monopolistic pricing. In particular, there are three parameters that governance participant can change: the taker baseline fee T, the maker fee M, and the minimum staking requirement S. Any proposal must respect the following two rules for these parameter values. The taker baseline fee T cannot be higher than 10 basis points nor lower than 5 basis points for non-stable Stable swap pools: for stable swap pools between two stablecoins or between a token and wrapped tokens, the taker baseline pt cannot be higher than 1 basis point or nor lower than 0.5 basis point. The maker fee m cannot be higher than 5 basis points nor lower than 2 basis points. For non-stable Stable swap pools: for stable swap pools, the maker fee M cannot be higher than 0.5 basis point nor lower than 0.2 basis points. Section 4.2 discusses the classification of pools into non-stable swap and stable swap pools. Note that there are no direct constraints on minimum stake as the optimal level will vary by pool. Operational considerations: this section covers four general operational considerations around DeepBook and the Deep token. These are the automated adjustments of the phase-out point for the maker incentives. P. Price conversions between pool tokens and Deep. The permissionless creation of new pools and the timeline of DeepBook operation. Adjusting the phase-out, the governance mechanism in Section 3 binds on the parameters, but An automated mechanism oversees P. In other words, the phase-out point for maker incentives in a pool cannot be left to governance for two reasons. First, pool stakers will always want this as high as possible to maximize their direct earnings, making them a conflicted steward of the parameter. Second, calculating a reasonable value for the parameter is straightforward, making it a suitable candidate for automated mechanism instead. Specifically, P should be set to be equal to the median of total liquidity distributed in the last 28 epochs across both staking and non-staking makers alike. This means that if the subsequent epoch follows the same distribution, there is a 50% chance that no incentives are given and a 50% chance that some incentives are given. This design is difficult to game, in particular in order to raise P and sustain it at elevated levels, makers have to provide generous liquidity over repeated epochs. DeepBook would benefit from such behavior. Finally, DeepBook deploys medians over 28 epochs to separate out transit from systematic trends. To illustrate, consider two scenarios. In first scenario, liquidity systematically declines, perhaps because of a decline in usage of the underlying assets. The phase-out point is adjusted for over time, making incentives less generous for the pool's previous volume, but correctly sized for its new volume. This is a reasonable behavior for parameter shifts is usage. However, in the pool second scenario, liquidity temporarily declines, perhaps because of an unrelated shock. Again, the phase-out point might be adjusted down, but this adjustment and the corresponding downward revision in incentives makes it harder for the pool to recover once the shock passes. As such, this undesirable behavior, this second scenario, motivates the selection of lengthy rather than short window and further justifies the choice of median over a mean. Both features can make the mechanism robust to temporary shocks and more responsive to persistent trends than temporary ones. Price conversions: in any pool there are three currencies, the two traded currencies and the DeepBook token. The ideal flow is that fees are expressed and computed in the currencies in the pool on a per unit basis, but are paid in Deep itself. However, the mechanism only works if there's a way to price at least once and ideally both of the pool tokens against Deep. The solution is to rely on a protocol-approved oracle to price Deep against those reference currencies. Hello everyone, good review of corporate. Thank you so much, Agent WXO. How are you? For simplicity, this conversion rate will be updated at low frequencies. This is to keep DeepBook trades, which should be rapid and efficient. Okay. An oracle can be used for a second purpose, which is identifying stable swap pairs for non-stable swap pairs. Section 3.1 is particular notes that maker and taker fees have different bounds depending on whether the traded pair qualifies as a stable swap or not. All is well, thank you. Okay. And an oracle that prices two tokens against each other can be used to determine this fairly and programmatically. This design generates three follow-up questions and concerns. This first is that the DeepBook token price might drift in the time between update. The second and related one is that the price might be explicitly manipulated in the reference market used by an oracle, by takers and makers trying to lower their trading fees or raise fees on others. These are fair concerns, but they are not fatal. Under these scenarios, trading fees are slightly lower or higher than their true value, but this does not pose a threat to underlying solvency of the protocol of any individual pool. Each pool's trading fees are segmented from other pools and even from other epochs of the same pool. Moreover, any uh, inaccuracies in the price can be corrected rapidly, but pushing another price update to the pool. Third, and most importantly, there might be pools where neither underlying coin is priced against Deep. This is a more critical issue. DeepBook would not want to necessitate an oracle as a requirement for opening new pools, as that would be undermine its flexibility and its ability to react to market conditions. Thus, the solution is twofold. Okay, let's read the conclusion. DeepBook has long paired the efficiency of order books and the censorship-free world of blockchain. This upgrade, in tandem with its best-in-class execution, positions DeepBook as the premier global liquidity venue in Web3. Specifically, the design of the Deep token incentivizes its many diverse participants into working together to offer ample and around-the-clock liquidity, and thus strengthens its particular specialty in wholesale liquidity. The decentralized finance ecosystem on Sui has many key actors, from consumer-facing protocols to yield aggregations to professional liquidity providers. DeepBook's place in this rich ecosystem is to serve as a financial infrastructure, enabling liquidity reallocation between those actors. Future developers can rely on DeepBook when building their protocols and can leverage composability that only exists with on-chain applications. Future market makers can rely on DeepBook to support other on-chain operations rather than trying to stitch together on-chain and off-chain services. Future front-end liquidity pools can use DeepBook to smooth imbalances programmatically and build creative and loss-resistant protocols. Above all, by virtue of DeepBook's robust and easy-to-use liquidity layer, consumer-facing applications can truly focus on consumer. DeepBook resides in the bedrock of Swiss ecosystem, and this robust foundation enables applications to innovative, build, compete, and tailor for the user. End-user. Together with Swiss robust technical architecture and many other novel applications, DeepBook positions the Swiss blockchain as the hub for the next generation of Web3 finance. Appendix, maker incentives. Okay. Timeline of operation. DeepBook has many moving parts: trading fees, maker incentives, governance proposal, price updates, and so on. This section outlines the timeline of the three various operations take place on-chain. Figure 6 details that the design, which spans 2 epochs and requires one manual transaction call in each epoch. This transaction can be issued by any party, whether the Sui Foundation or an interested private participant. As Figure 6 illustrates, trading, oracle updates, and voting take place during Epoch T. Trading is tied to no other operations to keep it as fast as possible. Oracle updates can be done as standalone updates by any party, but the one manual transaction call each epoch should also provide a price update as the fallback mechanism. Finally, governance is more complex. Issuing proposals is simple, but when users vote on proposals through transactions, votes are ideally tiled in tandem. This would allow a governance proposal, once it passes the conditions for ratification, to be queued up for immediate deployment in the subsequent epoch. Okay, I think that's it, guys, because it's just
Standardization is one of the biggest productivity boons to anything.
DeFi on Sui after a year of operation. The coin standard is the technical standard used for smart contracts on Sui creating coins on the Sui blockchain. The standardization of coin creation on Sui means that wallets, exchanges, and other smart contracts can make coins created on Sui the same as they manage Sui, without any additional processing logic. The Sui economics to learn about the Sui native coin and its use on the Sui network. Although coins on Sui, the coin standard, they can offer specialized abilities. For example, you can create a regulated token that allows its creator at specific addresses to deny risk that so that the identified addresses cannot use the token as input to transactions. Fungible tokens, treasury capability, regulated tokens. Okay. So basically, DeepBooks is a startup that aims to change how people read and learn from books by using advanced technology. It could provide short, easy-to-understand summarizes of books and chapters, so you can quickly get the main points before reading in more detail. Uh, DeepBooks is a project in the world of cryptocurrency and decentralized finance. Here's a simple uh, explanation. Uh, so basically, DeepBook is a marketplace where people can trade cryptocurrencies, but it's decentralized, meaning there is no central company in control. Users trade directly with each other. It offers more options for trading, like being able to set prices at which you want to buy or sell, similar to big exchanges like Gate.io, but in more open and decentralized way. You can trade different types of cryptocurrencies from different blockchains, not just limited to the one type. Your crypto stays in your wallet, so there is no need to trust a middleman with your money. This makes it safer because you are in control. It, if you hold deep tokens, you can vote important decisions about how the platform operates and changes over time. You can earn rewards by helping to provide liquidity for the platform or by using certain features like staking. In short, DeepBook makes crypto trading more flexible and secure by giving people full control of their assets and adding features that make trading easier and more customizable. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. See you soon.